When you're at rock bottom and you're fighting for your life, it's just nice to know that there's people out there that care.
This is Jonathan Agger of Fifth Pro Boxing Fans, joined by Adam Smith. Adam, great to see you. Looking well. How are you?
Yeah, I'm feeling well actually. I'm feeling good. Nice to be healthy. Nice to be back around my favourite circus, my favourite sport. Great to see everyone really. A lot of people I haven't seen for a while. I've been to various different shows. Been to a Matchroom show. Actually went to a Misfits show. Working with Izzy at GBM. But first time I've been back to see Ben and the team. So really nice seeing John and Baz and everybody, and Savdan and Mo, and then all the Sky Sports team here as well. So I feel like it's sort of a reunion, but a reunion at a big fight. You know, last time we were here was Clarissa Shields and Savannah Marshall. Fantastic night for women's boxing, brilliant event, and I've been ill ever since pretty much. So so it's nice to be back here and back working with TalkSport, and a really good show to look forward to, with a fantastic main event that I can't pick. I don't know if you can, but if you can, you're a clever man.
And if I can, I won't be saying it on camera. But yeah, Adam, it's billed as bad blood, but it was quite a respectful press conference. Did that surprise you?
I think the talking's done. We're 2 days away. It's the Easter holidays. Everyone's in good spirits, and the fighters, even the heavyweights, can have a little bit of chocolate, can't they? Maybe not some of the other fighters on the bill making weight, but yeah, look, it's an Easter spirit. It's a bank holiday weekend. It's going to be a great day on Sunday. Sky have got a huge game with City Arsenal, then straight into the boxing, and yeah, I think with as far as the Wardley Clarke press conference went, I didn't expect much different really. They've done the gloves are off. There's been a little bit of needle through, but it's sort of pantomime. I know both of them, and they're pretty respectful guys, and they know they've got a hard fight on their hands, and I think it's going to be tough for both of them. I think it's going to be a really good heavyweight scrap, and as I said, I don't really know who's going to win. I think Frazer's got the pedigree. I mean, I've seen Frazer for years in the amateur world, and the work he's done with AJ and Daniel Dubois and Joe Joyce and everyone else, but he hasn't performed, and he'll be the first to admit it as a pro yet. But then Fabio hasn't really got many rounds. He tends to knock people out. He's had no amateur experience, but he's a fantastic success story, and he's got real momentum and belief and confidence and power and a great corner. So you probably think he's the favourite going in. It's just going to be a good fight, and I think it's great when you don't know who's going to win. They're two good characters, two good talkers, good advert for the sport, and who knows? You know, like AJ and Dillian, it could be the beginning of something when they had their domestic rumble right here at the O2 a few years back, and both of them went on to big things. And so let's hope the same happens to Fabio and Frazer. They're two good guys, and let's hope they put it all on the line on Sunday night.
I remember when Ben Whittaker signed for Sky, you said, you know, you're going to love him, you'll hate him, but you'll definitely watch him. And last time out, that knockout, that performance went viral in America. People were talking about him. You know, casual football fans are talking about him. Yeah, what have you made of his career so far?
I love Marmite and I love Ben Whittaker, so I'm in that camp. I think he's one of the most talented boxers I've seen for a number of years. I've watched him closely in the amateurs. I went up a few weeks ago and saw him in Joby and just watched him train, and he's just a very talented and very dedicated young man. What I like about Ben is that although we get the flash Ben Whittaker when he performs, people don't see what he does behind the scenes. He's a grafter. He's got his feet on the ground, and he believes he's going a long way, but it's one step at a time, and he's very, very committed to this sport, and he has been since he was a kid. So yeah, and I think the great fighters are like that. Like, I'm not comparing him to the legends, of course. No, he's got a long way to go. He hasn't even proved himself at British level yet, but there is huge talent. I do expect him to go on to become a world champion. I was with Joe Calzaghe at the weekend, and what I like about Joe Calzaghe, what I love about Floyd Mayweather, the elite fighters, is that they work as hard as the talent that they had, and you never find harder workers than Joe Calzaghe or Floyd Mayweather, and you never find more talented fighters. So yeah, I think Ben has got got a long way to go. He knows that. There'll be a lot of. He's the bounty hunter, isn't he? There's a lot of people that are after that win over him. I like what he does in the ring. I like what Naz did. It's showmanship. He's got respect for every fighter that he's up against, and he had some sparkle to the night. So I'm a massive Ben Whittaker fan.
And then just away from this, obviously it was announced that you've signed with GBM Sports to be their head of broadcasting. Congratulations, first of all, and tell us why GBM was the right fit for you.
I've taken on 2 roles. One is at Summit Sports, which will be working with athletes. So I'm the director of boxing talent with Summit, working with Ollie Weingarten, who did some work with Boxer, and he's been in Formula One and at the Premier League. Great guy, and he's got a vision a bit like I have, that we really want to help athletes to, give back, and we want to be there to support them on their tough journeys. Summit, we want to take them to the top, and I think that's the top in life as well as through their careers. So we're going to be helping out athletes. I'm really looking forward to working very closely with them, like I did with Savannah Marshall at Sky, mentoring her. So I really want to give back to athletes and try and guide them as best I can. And I also wanted a little look at the promotional side too. I've worked with Eddie and Frank and Ben and George and Calla and everyone over the years, but just to sort of jump that side, Izzy asked me, and he's a young guy with a huge amount of ambition, and he's an infectious character, and he really wants to make a big go of this, and I've been very, very impressed with what GBM have done so far. I think some people say, they look at them as small hall events. They're big events, and their production is fantastic, and they've got a huge team, and it's a passionate and young and diverse organisation and team, and they've got big plans. We've got a big show on April 20th, then we go into London, and then Ireland, I think Birmingham as well in the middle of that. So it's a big run, and I think there's momentum, and I think there's a place for Izzy, and he wants to get to the top. He's got full respect for Eddie and Frank and Ben and everyone else that sort of sailed before him, but he wants to do something for him. He's tied into grassroots. He's a former fighter, former athlete himself, so he understands, and I love his energy, I love his passion, and I think he's very smart, and I think he's going to be. I think people like Izzy, and I think people are going to be, joining the train, and I want to sort of help advise as best I can. So I guess that's why I've made. Some people say it's an unlikely combination or a different path for me, but he asked me, and I said yes.
Well, you're still in boxing, which I think a lot of the fans are happy about. Obviously, when you're going through your treatment, a lot of fans were, sending you messages, reaching out, eager to know when you'd be back. That must have meant a lot to you to see the support you got.
A massive amount. I switched myself off really from the world of boxing and my phone and everything else. I had to. I was fighting for my life. I had very serious bladder cancer, and I still have a stoma and will have it for life, and it's tough, right? But I was fortunate that I had an amazing medical team. My doctors and nurses were just gold star, and I couldn't have got through it. I wouldn't have got through it without them. My family and Sky were brilliant, and everybody in boxing that I heard from, it was just an absolute pleasure, really. I think when you're at rock bottom and you're fighting for your life, it's just nice to know that there's people out there that care. Ben came and saw me in hospital. Eddie came and saw me. The Sowlands were constantly messaging. The Warrens were constantly messaging. I had a really big amount of support. AJ and I were texting each other late nights, and he was in America at the time. And Tyson Fury sent me some amazing messages. Dillian White, Derek Chisora, the lot. It just was Katie. Just really, really, really nice to hear from the people that I think I've helped. And when the chips are down, it's nice to have people sort of out there rooting for you. But family first and foremost. Spending so much time with them during recovery, and after my months in hospital, it was chemo, and it was a lot of time at home, and it took me a while to think, what do I want to do? And I miss it. I miss boxing. But what I really want to do is work with athletes and young companies who are trying to make a real go of it. And I think Summit Sports is going to be a fantastic success, and I think GBM have got every chance. I like their setup. I like the story. I'm I'm close to Mitch Costello, whose dad I used to work with at Sky, who's Izzy's right-hand man. Al Sies is working with them. I like the team, and they remind me a little bit of the early days with Eddie or any of them. It's just he's going to go for it, and if I can help him along the way, that would be great. Nice seeing Ben today. I haven't seen Ben in a while. Give him a big hug. Nice seeing Sav, Dan, and my old friends as well. So I just like to do a good job for people when I work with them, and it's nice to come to a couple of really exciting companies in Summit Sports and GBM. So as well as picking up the mic every now and again and helping talk sport out on Sunday will be fantastic, because it's a great night. But I really want to be as many as I can be. Hannah Rankin's got a big fight coming up. Lauren Price. It's all go, isn't it? As you say, the Ben Whittaker show. There's Marco and Congo on the bill. There's all sorts happening. I can't wait for the Savage to be back as well. Him and Robinson going at it. So it's great to be back around big fights, and but family first and foremost, and a different perspective on life now. I'm just grateful to be here. I'm a lucky boy.
Yeah, and I'm glad to see you back, and good to see you in front of my camera and in front of the mic on Sunday night. Adam Smith, appreciate your time, and we'll see you April 20th for the GBM show, right, with Hughie Fury.
You certainly will. Hughie Fury, Shaq Thompson, can't wait for that. It's going to be a fantastic night, and GBM Sports are going to be putting on a terrific amount of shows this year. Very, very serious now about this boxing business. I've joined them, I think, at the right time, and watch this space, because I think we're going to be a force to be reckoned with.
Adam, appreciate your time.
Thank you.